Alright, so today's August 1st, which only means one thing. My Sony ZV-E10 II has shown up at my doorstep, and I am super excited about this camera. Back when I first got to use this camera in like mid-June, I knew right away that I was going to be pre-ordering this camera because this thing packs a ton of stuff for a $1,000 camera. So today we're going to open up this box. We're going to see what actually comes with the camera. This specific kit is going to be the one that comes with the lens, but basically that should be the only extra thing that comes in this one is just that lens. So let's get this thing opened up, see what actually comes in with it, see if we're going to need to order anything or kind of like pair something else with it. And then also just to let you know, we are still using the Sony ZV-E10 II as my overhead camera, which is this one right here. So if you want to see what this camera looks like, I think this is also going to be a really good B cam for studios. I'm going to definitely use this thing as like my overhead camera a lot. So currently the one that's on my ceiling is the white one that I'm still on loan from Sony. I have to send that one back pretty much tomorrow, so I'm glad this thing showed up when it did. But let's get this thing open and see what actually comes with it. All right, so I already opened the box to see what was inside, but make sure, but I haven't actually opened the kit. So, all right, so right away we're looking at the box here. It's a pretty minimalist box. It just says Sony on the top. It has a picture of the camera on this front here with the lens kit. On the side it says Sony ZV-E10 II. Pretty simple box. You don't get that kind of cool black and orange box like you do with some of the other cameras. But let's get this thing opened up and just see what you actually get with this camera. So right away here, you open up here, you have your like user manual. Looks like your reference guide, plan benefits, your limited warranty card. I will say though, like do go through your manual, just kind of get familiar with your camera as you're kind of first setting it up. I will be putting out a menu setup video pretty soon. I already had started recording this thing back with my loaner. It's going to be a long video because I'm setting it up for both photo and video, and I'm kind of explaining to you why I'm making the settings the way I are. So subscribe to the channel if you guys want to follow along to that video. I will be getting that one out shortly here, but that's going to be kind of a long video, but it's going to be really nice to set up your camera and know exactly what every function actually does. So, but yeah, let's get this box open here. It looks like a flap. So right away inside, it looks like we have our camera here. Looks like you get your little Sony strap here. It's kind of a nice strap. It looks kind of like the rest of them. It'll end up on my shelf like all the rest of them because I really never use these straps. Here you have your little paper bag. This is going to be your windscreen. Let's get that opened up here. So when you get the black camera, you're going to get the black or kind of black gray windscreen. If you get the white camera, you will get like this like white furry windscreen, which is kind of cool when you get the white one. But the one I actually ordered was the black camera. That's just because if I got the white one, as cool as it actually is, the thing would be dirty in no time. So it looks like on the side here, you get your Sony Z battery. This is what I think is one of the biggest upgrades to this camera, is you get a battery now that's like super good and it's gonna last you a long time. When I went and filmed in San Diego for like 13 hours, I used like basically 2 batteries, or like a battery and a half. So let's see, now let's get the camera out here. Let's just save that for one sec. Let's see what else is in the box. So that kind of actually looks like maybe that's everything in the box. So once again, Sony has put out a camera without a USB cord. I know that this wasn't going to come with a charger because that's going to be more of your premium line, but I hate to say it, but like I really wish Sony put USB cables in these boxes. I know it's an expense and it's probably something you already have, but like it's important to have the correct USB-C cable when you're doing things like live streaming or data transfer or even just powering the camera. So I'm a little upset to see that that's not in the box as well. But let's move this box aside here. So yeah, if you guys have a USB-C cable, make sure it's like a powered USB-C cable that you can use data transfer. Otherwise, I'll try to find some like cables that you can pair with this camera. I'll put it in the link if I find something that's decent enough. So let's pull this out here. Ooh, so this is the black Sony ZV-E10 II with the lens kit. So this one actually comes with the lens put on. Sometimes they put them in a separate bag. But yeah, this is pretty cool. What I really do like about having that bigger Z battery is now you actually have a pretty decent grip. So kind of long goes away that like crappy grip that the ZV-E10 I had. Plus this material, I don't know if you can hear it, it's pretty grippy. So I think you're going to be pretty good without having to get like any extra like cage or grip for this camera. I know Small Rig is putting out a new one for this thing, and they are going to send me one, so I'll test it out. The only thing I might like about it is that having that little extra base at the bottom might be nice for, you know, people who have that kind of bigger grip, want that pinky grip. So, but yeah, this is the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. It has the flip out screen, which is pretty nice, having articulating screen. It has the built-in new mic capsule, which is the same mic capsule as the Sony ZV-E1. So it's going to have your like forward and back or auto sensing. You can put it in kind of an auto mode as well. You have your background defocus button, your record button. You have your camera, your video, and your slow and quick button. That's a huge upgrade for me because I think it's nice having those different options. Yeah, so you have ZV-E10 Mark II. That's all that you get in the box is all this stuff with the like windscreen. It looks like the camera strap and the battery, and then some manuals. So I'm not too enthused that they don't give you the USB cable, but I mean, for me, I have like 50 of those cables, so I'm okay. But for people who are buying this as a first-time camera, I kind of wish they would just like give you that. In fact, I would gladly give up this strap to get a USB-C cable that comes with like all the other Sony cameras. So when I ordered this camera, I did order the camera with the kit lens. This is a 16-50 stabilized lens, power zoom. It's actually really nice. Like when I was in San Diego, I was filming on this lens quite a bit. It's pretty sharp. It's obviously a 3.5 to like a 5.6 aperture, so it's not going to give you like crazy blurry background. But as soon as you zoom in on stuff, you actually will get a lot of that bokeh, and that defocus button will work pretty good for that as well if you're using like an auto setting. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get the kit lens, it's like $100 more, which is like kind of a no-brainer in my idea. Like, because this lens alone is like $300 if you have to buy it outright, which I probably would never do. But it's nice having the kit lens because there are going to be some situations where maybe super compact is going to be the way you need to go, and you don't want to have like a bigger lens. And I will say, if you do get the white camera, you do get the like silver lens. The only way you're going to get the silver lens is if you actually order the white camera though. This one will not be for sale. It only comes with the white kit lens kit. So this one would be what you get with the white camera. So, but otherwise, yeah, you get the black lens with this. It's going to be a really good starter camera for a lot of people, and it's going to give you a lot of room to grow, because if you want to get into that 10-bit footage, you can do that with this camera. Otherwise, you can stick with that 8-bit footage, and that will be perfectly easy to edit on your editing station. So anyways, you guys, we'll be getting more into this camera as we have more videos. So if you have any of the questions right now, please leave me a comment down below. Please hit that like button if this video has been a help. And as always, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.